crew has boarded.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Hope you're well. It's been a little while. You join us in Hong Kong International Airport in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on the VATSIM network with loads of us connected, ready for today's flight to Bangkok in Thailand. We're flying the PMDG 777-300ER with those massive General Electric GE90 engines. And we've also got the Boris Audio Works 777 sound pack installed. Very exciting. So we'll be looking forward to checking that out. Getting GSX going absolutely crazy about the rear right entry 5 door. We'll figure that out in a wee mo. It's that catering truck there, I think it just seems to be bugging out, but it is what it is. So today's flight's about 3 hours long. If you are joining us for the very first time, welcome. We are on VATSIM. I think we've got a Hong Kong tower controller online at the moment as well. About 3 hours flight time, and doors 2 connected with the jetty. This rather nice Hong Kong. Although I do think this airport looks quite dated now in comparison to the kind of standard that we are used to. But here she is, the Thai Airways 777-300ER that we're going to be operating for today. Might need to change the drone camera speeds and things like that to get us moving about the aircraft fuselage a little bit quicker. And a little bit of a weird offset at the moment, as you can see, with the jetty not quite connecting properly to the aeroplane. First thing, get rid of that GSX bug. Be dealing with that. Chris, thank you, buddy. Rejoining as a Silver Frequent Flyer. Welcome to MPS Gaming as well. Stand S27 Zato. Good to see you, buddy. Ian, good evening to you. Over in Australia, Desk 2. Good afternoon, buddy. Welcome. Hope you're well. Hope the new job's going well with the training and everything. Badge has got the meta on the live chat as well. Thank you, Matty T. We've got a load of IFR conditions in the into the arrival at Bangkok as well, so that should be quite interesting. Looking forward to that. Jay, good morning. And yeah, I think I am in for a treat with the sound pack. So, no APU. We've got ambient sound environment here. Which is effectively just like, as if, oh hello, as if they're kind of like, you know, opening and closing the latches on these bar carts and all that sort of thing. Just a very light, gentle ambience, which is quite nice. But we'll make our way to the front seat. What the heck was going on there? To our front seats. Good and welcome, Andu. Hello, welcome. Everyone else in the live chat, good to see you. 777 fan, of course, should be here. Welcome. Good afternoon. 47 hours of train driving already. Crikey, that's good going. Right. Brian, welcome. Let's get rid of the music. So, we take a wee seat. I'm just going to sort out this ruddy beep beep thing for the close right entry 5. Click. Closing. Surely they all need closing. So it might be GSX bugging out with the there we go, that's a bit better. Yeah, see it's forced open, that one. Oh well, it's nice to have the ambience, isn't it, and the stuff going on around us. Pretty busy load today. We're just going to change over to the tower controller. Might be on another frequency actually, no, 18.4 is the one. Right, so there's not really much to go on with the overheads. Currently we've got the packs off as well. What we're going to do is turn the APU on, and we're going to go outside and have a little listen to the engines, the APU start. So for that, we're going to go position ourselves around about here. Right about there, that'll do, won't it? And yeah, I've got everything set up because I want to focus really at the moment on the sound packs so we don't depart too late.
Tower Cebu 110, can I request November 10 instead? Cebu 110, A from taxi, Bravo 9, stand off from 10, can I? Bravo November.
Here we go.
Bay November 10, thank you, Cebu 110.
Evening, Justin. Ashley, good afternoon. Just manually set the comm to the ground frequency. So just so you guys know as well, I haven't received this for free. It's always a bit of a gamble, but yeah, what I've done today is purchased it for the purpose of kind of reviewing it. Now there's a big question mark currently over how long it's going to take potentially for the PMDG sounds to get sorted out. There's the APU. Well, that's close. Because there is an update coming fairly soon, as a couple of people may or may not have already said in the live chat. They certainly did in Discord yesterday, but yeah, PMDG are working on the sounds of this aeroplane, so there's a question of whether or not this sound pack is actually needed. It's something we can chat about and consider for sure. I'm hoping those bags and things have been loaded. I assume they have. Oh yeah, there we go, lovely job. Don't think the wing is supposed to have a massive texture like that on it though. HSTTC. Right, so then inside, air conditioning. There's a bit more of a shh noise. Yeah, I've gone and purchased the kind of the big pack, so it's £15.36 in UK money, I think, after all the tax and the currency conversions. Now, what I will say is this: depending on who you bank with, it will try, when you buy it through Orbex, it will try and get you to do the currency conversion via PayPal. And I don't like PayPal; they offer very bad conversion rates a lot of the time. So have a look to see what offers you the better conversion rate. For me, my banking card, my actual banking card, offers live MasterCard or Visa rates, and for that it saved me a few pence. Pretty cool so far. We have, of course, got the obligatory wing views ready for today. Right, what have we got? Let's get our clearance and then we'll go through the rest of it. So we're departing 07 right today. We've got information Zulu. QNH1011. Lovely job. Bangkok Tower, good evening. Thai 629er Heavy, Boeing 777-300ER, stand Echo 5 with Zulu QNH1011, request clearance to Bangkok. Oh, he's gone offline. That was the ground controller, but they've just disappeared again.
FA588, get
Go back to tower.
Airbus A350, joining Whiskey from Whiskey 2.
I mean, it'd be great, it'd be fun. Fun flight, I think, Justin.
I think that told you I don't have the departure sequence.
Yeah, bear in mind there is going to be a big sound update coming soon from PMDG, so there'll be a query really for yourself whether or not you want to buy this for £15 or just wait and see what the update gives us.
Give way to the company Airbus A350, joining Whiskey from Whiskey 2.
Right, while they chat,
oh yeah, boss, A350 to Whiskey from Whiskey 2.
let's just get in.
Yes, give way to the company.
Give way to the company, traffic from 88.
FA564, wind 110 degrees 10 knots, runway 07 right, clear for takeoff.
Living the dream, welcome.
FA588, Cornwall Charlie for me, please.
We're living on, yeah, living the dream. Come on, where we got? Bangkok Tower, good evening. Thai 629 Heavies, Boeing 777-300ER, stand Echo 5 with Zulu, request clearance to Bangkok.
Thai 629, contact hello, Zulu current, your number 2. Go to Bay 704, continue taxi, hotel, Juliet 1.
Cool. The other thing we've got today is the WinWing MCP, so I can control all of this for today via that, which is mega cool. So I can pop the flight directors on and all that sort of stuff. The only thing it doesn't work though with is the brand new EFIS that I've got, which is all of this bit here. That doesn't work with the 777, but that's okay. So we've already done our performance calculations. I'm just listening in the background for our clearance. So we've initialised the RS and we've got our sim brief flight plan and everything all ready to go. Now, with our weights for today, that is what our performance calculation is going to be for our departure. I'm just going to find Navigraph to show you charts. So, we are stand Echo 10 here at the North Apron. They'll be pushing either onto Bravo 7 or Bravo 9, not sure which, and then 07 right for departure, so it's all the way out here, so effectively we can expect taxi probably Bravo, Victor, Juliet, and then Juliet 1 or Juliet 2 for the intersection if we're going to get bullish. And then from there, peak 3 Alpha departure, so 074 degrees, which we've got set for the heading bug at the moment, out to Pauper. Minimum speed of 205 knots. 220 knots until HH311, which is there, at 220, so that's really the target speed for us, 220 knots. Out to Raman, 6,000, initial climb clearance is 5,000 feet, but expecting further climb when instructed by ATC. We've got no top cover though beyond the tower, so basically after departure we'll be over to Unicom and then it's on to ourselves to sequence out and up, continuing the climb through Raman, Vedvos, Sekpo, Soslu and then Pekin, climbing up to our cruising altitude today, flight level 380. Routing out of Hong Kong, over the sea, passing over Kyong Kai, which is an island there. I think it's Kyong Kai, not sure. It says Sanya there as well. But yeah, very small little island, and then over into kind of Thailand, like so. IFR conditions in Thailand, so in Bangkok it's currently pretty gnarly by the looks of it. Yeah, my stream deck is broken once again. Go ahead.
69 clear Bangkok, flight plan route, climb via Pekin, 3 X-ray departure to 5,000 feet. Expect level 1,600 meters for your cruise, squawk 5164.
Just repetition of the squawk, please.
5164.
Thank you. Clear Bangkok, Pekin 3 X-ray departure to 5,000, then expect 11,600 meters after to cruise. Squawks 5164, Thai 69.
69, read that correct information, Zulu.
Okay, so we need to change this because we planned for a different departure. So 3X.
We'll be ready upon reaching Cathay 111. Juliet 1, line up runway 079. Juliet 1, line up runway 079, Cathay 111.
So how does this change? So HH 341 to 210, 342 230. Raman Vedvo. It's initial climb clearance to 5,000 though, so we can. We've already got that set anyway. And squawk 5164.
Contact radar 127 days for 1 day.
.271.
Radar Bay 704, contact Hong Kong radar 127 days for 1.
127 days 1, Radar Bay 704, thank you.
Osprey 568 Golf, clear.
568 Golf ready?
Set.
Osprey 568 Golf Clear Bangkok, flight plan route, climb via peak country, X-ray departure to 5,000
They stay the
feet.
same.
Expect followable 1,000 meters for your cruise, squawk 5134.
Yeah, I forget actually, it's meters, isn't it? So we have to press the meters button here.
Ultimately expecting flight level 11,000 meters, squawk 51.
I always forget that now. Chris, very good matey, how are you? Right, let's go for GSX.
Osprey 568 Golf, thanks for that correct information.
Prepare for pushback and departure.
And information to Osprey 568.
Japan 111, wind
APU's on.
10 degrees 10 knots, runway 07 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff 07 right, Cathay
Centre tanks are empty.
FA 588, squawk mode Charlie.
Hydraulic pumps.
Squawk, mode Charlie, 588.
Later.
Travel Cathay 75 us, then November 6 for Fury.
751.
So we'll do left engine first, start up, and then we'll start the right engine after that.
X-ray departure to 5,000 feet. Expect followable 1,600 meters for your cruise. Squawk 5123.
It's 11,600 meters for cruise.
Peak country X-ray and is about 5,000 feet. Cruise 1,600 meters with 5123 Cathay 75.
Okay, 751, leave that correct information to you. Cathay 58.
784 heavy.
Okay, right, that's all set.
November 26
High 784, push, correction, start up approved, push back color red.
Push back color red.
That's going to be the next question, isn't it?
Cathay 588, are you ready for departure?
Cathay 588, we are ready for departure.
Cathay 588, roger, line up and wait, runway 079.
So I was going to go for the Rolls-Royce Trents for today, but G90 startup engine, the startup noises for the engine is, yeah, they're pretty cool in real life. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for, which one is it? Sorry, bear with, just trying to find the view. 6. So go for this maybe, and then that for engine 2. How does that sound? Or we'll do that one for engine 2.
Cathay 520, get narrator, flight plan route, climb via Dalo 1 X-ray departure to 5,000 feet, squawk 3554.
Clear the director for Dalo 1 X-ray departure in the superman 5,000 feet, squawk 3554.
This one for engine 1.
Cathay 520, read back correct information Zulu.
That's our Thai 629 Heavy's stand echo 5, fully ready, request push start.
Thai 69 startup, approved, pushback color red, right Charlie for me.
Start approved, colour red, and squawk mode Charlie, Thai 69.
Cathay 588, winds 110 degrees 10 knots, runway 07 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 07 right, clear for takeoff, Cathay 588.
Thai 459, are you ready?
5459, fully ready.
Thai 459, roger, behind the rolling Cathay Airbus A340, line up and wait, runway 07 right behind.
I can't see any red colours.
A340, line up and wait behind. That's our Thai 459.
What have we got? Tail left, tail right.
849,
Screw it.
request that.
Let's see what happens.
Multiple stations together, first Hong Kong Shuttle 849, taxi Delta, Zulu, Hotel Echo.
Delta Zulu, Hotel Echo, Hong Kong Shuttle 849.
Okay, second one, Osprey 6 Yankee Alpha,
No.
I'm calling. Roger, standby, you're number 1 in the air, we are trying to...
I thought I did have the custom profile, but this is obviously because it's there's a native version now for it. Anyway.
Approved, pushback color blue, expect to exit via Bravo 8.
Bravo, 0.
Cathay
Here we go.
588, contact Hawthorne radar 127, please, mobile.
Contact radar.
Gonna mute the ATC for you guys for now. Did I click nose right, Ashley? I think I clicked nose left. Love GSX. That'll do. Part brake set. There we go. God, that noise. We got, let's see. Flaps 5. Jump set 5. Jolly good. APU off. Thai 69 over. I think my GSX has pointed me the wrong way. Apologies. We're ready for taxi. Taxi Bravo 9, Bravo, hold short whiskey, Thai 69. So I've fired up for today. Do you remember the old Luke Air tool? We've not used that in a while. I've remembered I just muted the ATC.
Negative. X1.
I've just got my clearance.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. Your safety is
Delta 206.
Bravo 9 Bravo, hold short whiskey.
Please watch this safety demonstration from our flight attendants carefully.
Nancy 920, hold position.
Station. Position.
สวัสดีค่ะ
And confirm you are ready for
ขอต้อน
taxi.
รับสู่บริการเอื้องหลวง
Welcome to Royal Orchid Service. กรุณาเก็บสัมภาระในช่องเก็บของเหนือ
Taxi
ศีร
on
ษะ
idle.
That was the
For your
question.
safety,
Confirm are you
please
ready for
place your
taxi?
hand luggage in the overhead compartment.
Now we
ใต้
are
ที่นั่งด้านหน้า or under the seat in front of you.
For the procedure, okay, pushback cannot do, so only pushback is required, no towing is required. So let me know if you need other further assistance and when you're ready for taxi.
เมื่อนั่งประจำที่
Nancy
กรุณา
920 Roger,
ให้
hold
กระ
position.
ชับตลอดเวลา Please keep your seatbelt fastened low and tight when seated at all times นี่
Cathay
คือวิธีปลดเข็มขัดที่นั่งค่ะ To
I1
release
start
your
up first
seatbelt,
pushback
just
on the
use the
red.
latch ก่อนเครื่องบินขึ้นและลงกรุณาปรับพนักเก้าอี้ให้อยู่ในระดับตรง
For takeoff and landing, please adjust your seat back to the fully upright position.
I-784, taxi Bravo 7, line front Bravo 8, hold short Bravo.
Properly lock the tray table
Cabin secure.
เก็บจอภาพข้างที่นั่ง Securely stow personal spending
Bravo. I-784.
On 36 Yankee Alpha, when clear of the Thai Airways Boeing 777 here, start up first pushback on the red.
and stow your footrest
ความดันอากาศในห้องโดยสารนี้ปรับไว้เพื่อความสบายของท่าน Cabin air pressure is controlled for your comfort ในกรณีฉุกเฉินหน้ากากออกซิเจนจะปล่อยลงมาโดยอัตโนมัติ
I-629, continue taxi Whiskey, Hotel, to Juliet 1 holding
automatically
runway 779.
released from above สวมหน้ากากครอบปากและจมูกดึงสายรัดให้แน่น
Oh, yes. It's a good shout, actually.
Secure the mask over
So
your nose and mouth.
HH342.
I-629, continue taxi Whiskey, Hotel, to Juliet 1 holding runway 779.
And breathe normally.
See Taxi Whiskey Hotel and Hogwarts Juliet 107 right for Thai 69.
สวมหน้ากากให้ตัวท่านเองก่อนแล้วจึงสวมให้เด็กภายหลัง Put your own
Whiskey,
mask on first
Juliet,
before helping others who may need
Hotel
assistance.
Juliet 1. Got you. Okay.
เสื้อชูชีพเก็บอยู่ใต้ที่นั่ง Your life vest is located under your seat
It's always the way. I look down to go and do something else, and then the controller throws me off. Also, because I haven't simmed in about 2 weeks. HH341 at 210.
สวมเสื้อชูชีพทางศีรษะ Put it on by first placing the vest over your head เกี่ยวคอทั้งสองข้างเข้ากับห่วงและดึงสายให้กระชับ Secure it by hooking with a ring and tighten it by pulling the loose ends ดึงสายให้เสื้อชูชีพพองลงก่อนออกจากประตูเครื่องบิน Inflate the vest just before leaving the aircraft by pulling the
Screw it.
inflation tags
I'll do it manually.
I-784, continue taxi Bravo, Whiskey, Hotel, to Juliet 1
Use
holding
the
front.
mouth tubes if normal inflation is not sufficient ในเวลากลางคืนให้ดึงแท็กนี้ออก At night, pull this battery tag หลอดไฟจะทำงานเองเมื่ออยู่
To
ใน
holding
น้ำ
point Juliet
The
1.
light will automatically illuminate only when in water
Oh, actually, cheers.
Hotel to
ในกรณีฉุกเฉินไฟนี้จะช่วยนำทางสู่ทางออกฉุกเฉิน
It's annoying because if you're out of the sim for a little while, it does massively throw you.
On 3568 Roger, taxi Bravo, Whiskey, Hotel.
Please note the nearest exits which may be behind you
Bravo Whiskey Hotel Short Hotel.
230.
ห้ามสูบบุหรี่ทั้งในห้องโดยสารและในห้องน้ำค่ะ Smoking in the cabin and lavatory is strictly
Galaxy
prohibited
920, taxi Bravo 7, hold short
การ
Bravo.
สื่อสารทุกชนิดตลอดเวลาที่อยู่
Bravo 7, hold your Bravo, Nancy.
For safety reasons
Left here.
electronic
Right, got that done in time.
Joining Bravo via Bravo 7.
ท่านสามารถศึกษาข้อมูลเพิ่ม
Giving
เติ
way
ม
to the
And I'm doing that, and I've got the I've got the WinWing FMS right next to me, and I could have just done it on there the whole time.
Please study the safety pamphlet in your
Left
seat
turn
pocket
Bravo.
Always the way.
Delta 206, good day.
Forget how fast this airport is.
Cross 07 Center, then Bravo,
It's our pleasure to ensure your
and then
comfort
Tango,
while traveling with
or
us.
Delta
Thank you
208.
for your attention and have a pleasant flight.
Delta 206.
What awful
Cross 07
safety demonstration
Center,
sound.
Bravo, Tango, stand Delta 206.
Maybe I won't bother with the tour
Shuttle
again
819.
today.
Galaxy 920, continue taxi Bravo, Whiskey, Hotel, Juliet 1 holding front.
Bravo Whiskey Hotel, 1 boarding point,
Osprey 568 Golf, continue taxi Whiskey, Hotel, Juliet 1 holding point.
Continue Whiskey Juliet 1 holding point.
Oh, Zato, no way.
Hong Kong Tower. Station calling, go say again. Hong Kong Tower, antenna of 721, we are at Heco South Ramp with information Zulu.
Look at that.
Request IFR clearance.
It never likes to go dead centre, does it? The exterior clicky cam.
Antenna 721, Great Ico, 500, climb via Beacon Tree, X-ray departure to 5,000 feet, squawk 5327.
Okay, so it's not this one, but it is the next one.
Clear to Ico, find the Beacon Tree,
Left's clear, still taxiing on idle.
5,000 feet.
Where's the ground sign?
5327, antenna 721. Antenna 721, read back correct information Zulu.
Yeah, so right's clear, we're going right, left is clear. Over the little bridge, there's the confirmation for this junction being hotel. And we're a long aeroplane, so we'll take a wide.
Hotel, Juliet 1 holding point.
There's something today about Microsoft Flight Simulator support. Something tweeted about some users experiencing some problems, but I didn't read what it was. I'm not sure if it's similar to what you just had happen, Zato.
3537.
Roger, clear to Taipei, Batalo 1 X-ray departure, initial climb fast passes.
1271 is departure, so that's next.
Today 402, read back correct information Zulu.
Osprey 598, touchdown Sierra 27, request push and stop.
Osprey 598, start up approved, pushback color blue.
Push color blue, Osprey 598.
We are ready.
You always forget about that quirk. Actually, I do.
Should be Mike 8 for ramp. Two stations together, first Cafe 526, Escort 3510.
Good day with us today. On the right hand seat.
Antenna 721, start up approved, pushback color blue. Approved, pushback color blue, antenna 721.
A little bit of fog.
Cafe 526, when ready,
Hills
taxi
there.
Hotel 7, Juliet 9, Juliet 2 holding point.
Taxi Hotel 7, Juliet 9, Juliet holding point, Juliet 2, Cafe 526.
Tower 15007, request push and start.
Philippine 1007, start up approved, pushback color red, expect to exit via Hotel 8.
Good morning, how are you?
Roger, push back color red, expect Hotel 8, 51007.
Hong Kong Tower, good evening, NSC 642.
NSC 642, good evening.
NSC 642, request your land to Taipei, Palabo 370, information Zulu.
NSC 642, clear Taipei, 500.
Christopher, good to see you, buddy. It has, how are you? Hope you're well.
3551.
There to Taipei.
Hong Kong Express aircraft over there, it's landed. So while we're on this bit of straight, the nose wheel, yeah, about straight.
Negative, Dalo 1 X-ray departure.
Let's have a quick look see. So what have we got
Dalo
here?
1 X-ray departure, the NSC 642.
NSC 642, read back correct information Zulu.
Leads, packs, auto, on cabin utility IP, passenger seats on, APU's off, shield heats are on, centre pumps are off, we have empty centre tanks, anti-ice and automatic.
FA 526, you missed the turn, now we clear taxi Hotel to Juliet 1 holding point, give way to the China Airlines Airbus A330. Okay, disregard. Thai 629, are you ready for departure?
Hey fam.
Roger.
That's all set.
Tennessee 642 liquid pushback.
I've got Juliet 1 for the full length.
Stand by radio to Tennessee 642.
So, whoa, that's a bit bumpy. So, traffic's on. We've got meters pre-armed for when we climb up. All brakes RTO, flaps 5, 5,000 for initial climb. Chart set for the Pecan 3 X-ray. And that windsock showing that we've got a little bit of a crosswind here today. So what is it, about 5 knots crosswind, 7 knots headwind, according to Navigraph.
Congo Tower, Antonov 721, for taxi, advise contact ground. Antonov 721, when a controller went online, they need some time to prepare, so remain on the frequency.
Okay.
I will let you know when they are ready and if you need to contact them. Roger, then we need 2 minutes for the at our current position, thank you. Thank you.
Yamato, there isn't, is there? I was just looking up for a little a ding dong, but there isn't one. Oh well.
Thai 629, wind 110 degrees, 10 knots, runway 07 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 07 right, clear for takeoff, tyres 629. Ross, welcome.
Osprey 568 Golf, are you ready for the
I don't have the sim update 4 beta, I tend to avoid them. Right, so now we're going to have to do some extreme multitasking. So I need strobes, lights and signs, landing lights. Good, that's all done. Alrighty, we'll keep her rolling, it's more efficient, approach path is clear. There's a tiny little crosswind, not much, basically just give us a little nibble of aileron.
CDP 1007, when ready, contact ground 1216.
Roger, 1216 CDP 1007.
Osprey 598, when ready, contact ground 121.06.
Afternoon, Dwell. I'll disregard that, I forget the electronic checklists in this.
Osprey 598, when ready,
Okay, let's go.
contact ground 121.06.
Contact
Set.
ground 121.
Toga.
Osprey 568, full flight at Mumbai, runway 07 right.
80 knots. V1, rotate. V2. Positive right. Gear up.
Ground 121.
And if you go to AFA, about to call you, contact ground 1216, bye-bye.
121,
All stations on block. All stations on block. Contact ground 1216.
Gears up, no lights, all brakes off. Or turn off lights off.
Thai 629, contact Hong Kong radar 127 base for 1.
Contact radar 1271, thanks for your good night, Thai 629.
And 10 off 7.
57361 or 11.
Okay, autopilot on. LNAV, VNAV. Speed. Let's listen to this. Bangkok radar, good evening. Thai 629 is airborne, Pecan 3 X-ray.
Thai 629 Hong Kong radar, hello, say passing altitude.
Passing 1,000 metres, 3,300 feet.
Thai 629, thank you, identifying, climb via SID, flight level 160.
Climb via SID, flight level 160, Thai 629. Holding 210. Mike, welcome, mate. Alzato, are you in 2020? Pretty amazing sound pack, isn't it? That switching round. Issued nice. First pics of the Leonardo Mad Dog textures expansion are available now, he says. Up to date textures modelling. I'm using real weather, yes, not real time.
Hong Kong radar, good evening, Osprey 568. Got looking flight level 2,500.
What do you mean?
Osprey 568, Golf Hong Kong radar identified, climb via SID flight level 160.
Should be accelerating now. Yep, lovely. We're going to be through 10.
Osprey 568, Golf, climb via SID flight level 160.
Alan, hello, welcome. I'm not sure, to be honest. Is the rear of the wing sounds? Some feet now, but momentarily we'll be in meters, and then we'll be back to feet as we go into like Thai airspace.
26 Hong Kong radar identified, climb via SID flight level 160.
Flight level 160,
But it's not Thai airspace, it's Vietnamese airspace, I believe. A bit of a lull in sound there. It's almost silent. Oh yeah, standard pressure. Quick, quick, quick. There's more noise here. Yeah, I'm not sure about the A340.
6290, climb to flight level 380, proceed direct Oslo.
Climb flight level 380, direct Oslo, Thai 629. Yeah, it does sound like noise cancelling headphones, doesn't it? So go, where's it? Legs, Soslu, direct.
Carry 536, confirm your speed.
I don't have headphones
Carry 536, check SID
simulation
speed 220 knots onto Rama.
or anything like that on.
Roger, 6230,
Not sure if there's a way of... I mean, it's not a feature I ever have on. So if you know if there's a click spot somewhere, let me know. And I certainly don't have it on in the sim, unless it's triggered itself. Which wouldn't be the first time. Microsoft Flight Simulator's done some weird stuff.
Thai 784 Hong Kong radar, hello, say passing altitude.
3,800.
Thai 785 identify, climb via SID flight level 160.
160, we are SID Thai 784.
Right, so, yeah, but explain where it is. Click flights. What, like that?
Cafe 526, proceed direct to map.
Confirm
No
the
difference.
direct point to the 526.
Cafe 526, direct to map, Delta Uniform Mike Echo Papa.
Direct to map, Cafe 526.
Oh, this one.
Osprey 568, drop off, direct source.
Crikey.
Climb to flight level 3.
That's headphone simulation.
Apologies, can you give me that direct again?
Where's the sound gone?
Osprey 568, golf, source Lu, then flight level 360.
Direct source was 5, climb flight level 3.
Sound quick.
I maintain flight order paving 1700.
C920 Hong Kong radar identified.
So let's see, let's work through some of these.
Climb to flight level 160 for the Roman 2 Alpha departure, expect radar factors around that.
So it's not, that's a good noise here.
Again, altitude please.
Flight level 160.
Flight level 160 there, C920.
Cheers for clarifying that, Zippy. Set your mic back to VHF left. Yeah, I mean this, certainly this bit here, because all the 777s I've flown on, I've sat about here. Or here. There's no like noise.
Hong Kong radar catches 75 Papa.
So this bit needs to be louder. I think quite a bit louder. And I know sounds are subjective, but this bit definitely seems to be lacking. I think.
588, monitor advisory 122 days 18 today.
I think they're louder in the default.
Thank you, goodbye.
Cafe 526, climb to flight level 3.
And I was kind of expecting in the flight deck here to hear more of a shh sort of noise. It's very faint, but yeah, more of like a wind environmental sound.
Then C920, turn left heading 120.
Turn heading 120.
Which doesn't seem to be there. Yeah, exactly, Christopher. Yeah, it's a ruddy, loud aeroplane to sit in, isn't it? You have to get noise-cancelling headphones, otherwise it's like sitting inside an aircon unit, being deafened for 12 hours. Yeah. So this is 15 quid for the sound pack. Let's go outside. Right, see, there you go. Where are them sounds inside? I mean, that's amazing. That's a wonderful soundscape here. And again, it was literally as we passed about 10,000 feet, which is interesting. And other sound packs have done that before. That's the noise. Because it's a ruddy, loud aeroplane. So there's a little bit of feedback. Because the ground sounds were amazing. Really nice. But it was almost as if we hit some sort of 10,000 feet sound gap. Because these sounds are superb, aren't they? That's a proper G90 buzzsaw right there. That's the stuff that would like go through your brain 12 hours in. Commentator, hello. These are the G90s. So predominantly BA's 777s are GE90 powered, but they have a number of Rolls-Royce Trent powered 777s as well, and they particularly offer. They get operated on like routes like Gatwick to Mauritius, that sort of thing. So they use a variety of engine options on a lot of routes, but it depends. So like the Rolls Royces are always used on the Gatwick Mauritius, for example. I don't know if it's because of slightly better fuel efficiency and a higher altitude performance versus fuel burn for ETOPS. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't get the weight road Cathay
751 after Raman, direct source 3, Sierra Oscar Sierra Lima Uniform, climb to flight level 380.
Hong Kong radar or Australia. What's the new cruise altitude?
Probably the Rolls-Royce engine options.
3568 Golf Roger, climbing flight level 380.
Thank you very much, 30 Australia 5.
For you, commentator.
Cathay 751 direct to source 3, climb to flight level 380.
Got to turn the range ring up, silly me. Not flown for 2 weeks, and this is what happens.
3568 Golf, expect flight level 1,600 meters for cruising.
Expect 11.6 meters Osprey 564.
Cathay 983, descend Fiesta to flight level 110. Descend Fiesta, flight level 110, Cathay 983.
But the 777-300ERs from BA are all operated with the G90s. From what I remember.
Hong Kong radar, ends of 721 airborne 07 right passing, 600 feet.
GSTBD.
Climb via SID, flight level 160.
SID 160, ends of 725.
Yeah, G90s.
Correction, 721.
And they're utilising more of the GEs over time as well. So, like the Dreamliners, for example, are being moved over to the GNX engine options to get rid of the Trents that have been wholly unreliable for a lot of airlines on the 787.
Type 459, monitor FI 122 decimal 8.
There's the noise.
Singapore 882 identify, cleared Betty 3 Alpha arrival, maintain flight level.
Not today, 777 fan.
Cleared Betty 3 Alpha arrival and maintain flight level 4.
Yeah, the engine types have got different sounds with the sound pack like Shadow.
Maintain flight level 410.
That's very much what's going to come with the PMDG sound update as well, allegedly. But we've been waiting a while to get that, haven't we? Now, for £15 all in, I would like
Cathay 751 confirm direct source 3.
this to be like louder, effectively.
Sierra Sierra Lima uniform.
I Cathay 751, I cannot find the waypoints from our data.
Be interested to see how long it takes for PMDG to release their sound pack though now.
Sorry, say again.
I wonder if they bring it out like in the next month or so, given that this has been released.
Yeah, then you should tell me before you do any like direct telephony 180.
Say again.
Left heading 180.
Heading 180, Cathay 751.
Cathay 520, climbing flight level 390.
Oops.
Flight level 390.
The EFIS does work.
520.
Can I have a quick throw my pen around? Yeah, the range ring. There we go. It's not seamless. But it absolutely does work. Weather. Stations. Status, isn't it? Or stats. Waypoint. Airport. Post terrain data, lovely. Yeah, I haven't got the A340, just to go back to that question a minute ago. It was like 40 something pounds. Currently I just don't have the budget for that. I paid for this sound pack for 15 quid because I thought it'd be quite interesting. There's a lot of discussions about it. I thought it'd be quite nice to actually explore it and have a look. I did try and get a review copy to show you folks, kind of without the risk of buying something that I'll use once and never use again, because otherwise all this stuff gets extremely expensive for me. But I had no response. But initially, I think my thoughts really so far are on the ground. They sounded really good. Subtle improvements here and there. Startup sounds phenomenally nice on the G90s. Engine spool up sounded better. I wouldn't say amazingly better, but they did sound a fair bit better. But through 10,000 feet, it's like they grabbed the volume knob and then just turned it right down. Which is a shame.
Sorry, say again, ground speed?
Because there's the reduction of power for cruise.
And you are not following the SID track. Just check and flying in and then out.
Which you can hear now. Outside.
My indicator says I'm like 200 knots right now, almost done.
But not inside, which is a real shame. Because those engine sounds are phenomenal. They are really impressive. But then it's like you've got headphone simulation on. And noise cancelling headphones. When in reality, certainly in this part of the aircraft, the 777 is a very noisy aeroplane, which is a bit of a shame.
7,000 with unit 101 to get the 983.
Let's just probably smash through this because I forgot to do all of this.
6299, climb to flight level 1,600 meters.
And then I need to remember to use it later on. Yeah, A340, it's a lot of money. I probably won't use it all the time.
Thai 6299, climb to flight level 1,600 meters.
Climb to 11,600 meters, Thai 6299.
Cathay 526, clear direct answer.
Direct answer, Cathay 526.
Radar, good day, Air China 112, request clearance to destination.
Tiny little step up.
Information equal.
Yeah, it's on the marketplace. I tend not to buy anything on the marketplace unless I really have to, because I just dislike it entirely. And then it's just a bit of a weird one, really. I feel like I get a very different type of treatment from the Innobuilds team ever since I criticised the A310 quite a while back and then called them out like a lot of people did. Siku Thai 69 on the A350 cabin texture packs. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I don't seem to get spoken to or given the same kind of reception as others. So I'm not going to go out my way to go and buy a load of their stuff to try once or twice. A few people have said it's quite good, but I have heard a lot of people also suffering from the WASM crashes, which has affected quite a few of their aircraft, including the A350, annoyingly.
Climbing to 160 by 5 minutes.
So there we go, 11,600 meters in altitude for cruise.
Negative standby.
Nice gentle turn.
T920 direct end.
The charts into Bangkok are an absolute mess. There is so much information on that. It should, yeah, the Fokker F70 F100 should hopefully be out in the next few months. It sounds like the PMDG 777-NG series is very close to release as well. They've started teasing cabin improvement images with an amazing looking new cabin inside of that. That looks quite spectacular, to be fair.
Again for Cafe 402. Cafe 402 identifying climb to flight level 160.
So I'm looking forward to that.
160 for Cafe 402. Osprey 598 stop climb 8,000 feet.
Climb stop to 8,000 feet, Osprey 598.
Cafe 583 from Lancia to by cleared IMED 07 left.
MD-80R expansion is good, but we also need sound improvements. Although there is a payware sound pack, but yeah, the MD-80 is such an expensive add-on, isn't it? So Obi-Wan Oz says, what are your thoughts on the Unibuild's A380 compared to the Flyby A380X? I don't know. I need to get back in the A380X actually from Flyby. It's been a little while since we last used that, but really, really nice aeroplane to enjoy for a few hours.
Right heading 130. 130 for Cathay 402.
It depends on how well they optimise it, Obi-Wan, to be honest.
Flight level 12,200 meters.
But I would probably like to see at some point some more improvements to the Flyby A380X, because I don't think there has been very much happening with it for the last 6 odd months. Is that fair to say? I don't know what you guys think, if you're using it more often than I am. Curious to hear your thoughts.
3598 direct to Sotlu, climb to flight level 400.
It's always difficult, isn't it, with those sorts of things, because it is a freeware product, effectively, built by the community who have got lives outside of simming and all the rest of it. So yeah, the immersive audio MD-80 sounds are really nice. I do have those, to be honest. Very nice.
Direct stackable for Cathay 422. Actually stackable, but stackable works. Yeah, I can direct stackable Sierra Echo Golf Papa Oscar. Yeah, Sierra Echo Golf Papa Oscar for Cathay 422. Hong Kong data C642 Hong Kong radar identify, climb via SID flight level 160. Osprey 568 Golf, climb to flight level 1,600 meters.
Assad there, that waypoint is when we go back to feet. But we're basically Chinese airspace now. So everything's meters.
11,600 meters, Osprey 568 Golf.
Afternoon, Spitfire F. How are you? Hope you're well. So if you only wanted one engine option, you can buy just one engine option. It's about £5 approximately. Depends on your currency and the taxes and things you pay for this Boris sound pack. Developed actually in conjunction with Dave from Phoenix, who worked on all the sounds of the A321s and all that kind of snazzy bits. So quite cool, little collaboration going on. Definitely think there needs to be some improvement with the transition at 10,000 feet to the quieter sound set, because it's like they do just literally just go with the volume knob. Which is a shame. Because up to that point they were superb, really, really enjoyable. I wouldn't say like mind-blowingly better than the PMDG default sounds, but they were definitely an improvement. Oh, have you just about moved to MSFS 2024 Spitfire? I'm good, I'm super mega busy all the time at the minute. So last week, no streams or that sort of stuff because I ended up working. They cancelled my Saturday into Sunday day off.
Roger, climb level 370 and request down to MAPT for Cathay 402. 402 approved. Roger, direct MAPT for Cathay 402. Air Channel 112 clearance.
Air Channel 112, go ahead.
Air Channel 112 cleared to Beijing via...
It's also nice. The race is on.
1 Golf departure, runway 34, initial climb 1,800 meters. Squawk 5335 after Iduma, Alpha 461.
Over to Unicom in a moment.
Now 101.
So we'll prep that.
Sir, to destination for Iduma 1 Golf, runway 34, initial 1,800 meters. Squawk 5335 after Iduma, so yeah, Alpha 461, action of 112.
Air 112, repair is correct. Actually, that's not mistake. Initial climb should be 1,200 meters.
Initial climb of 1,200 meters.
So yeah, don't look at P3D mods, they're even more expensive. Massive Simulations, hello, welcome. It's good, but I don't think it's amazing, to be honest. This is the biggest change for me, the glaringly obvious for me. No noise. I mean, when I say there's no noise, it's very faint. But yeah, this is a noisy aeroplane inside, even at cruise, so it is missing that. To the point where a lot of us actually thought in the chat a minute ago, although you appreciate you might have missed it, Massive Simulations, a lot of us thought for a minute that we had headphone simulation on, but we didn't. And I'd like more of a noise here in the flight deck, as per real life. Granted though, accessing sound recordings in this phase of flight is probably near on impossible, isn't it?
Squawk 5360 after Iduma, after 461, flight 10.
Given security and things.
Yeah, 3225 repairs correct. Report ready for push start.
Tough one, Night Shadow. Yeah, tough one, I'm not sure. It would be nice to get back in the 737NG series, to be honest, I think. Although I do like the iFly 737 MAX 8, that's pretty cool.
C642, proceed direct map key. Time 629, monitor 53122 days 20.
1228 for Thai 69, thanks here, Seek 9.
Cafe 526, monitor FIS 3122 data.
Are you not getting this though? That's what the sounds should sound like. That's what it sounds like inside. Again, inside, outside, inside. I suppose the nice thing is you're not hearing all the way for like 6 hours coming out your PC. Oh yeah, I'd love a good RB211 sound pack. Even better though, 4DME. RB211 sound pack for Bluebird 757. Double win. I'm in the G90's massive simulations. I don't know, I don't really follow very much of it anymore, to be honest. I struggle to keep up with a lot of it. Ultimate sound set. So what do we got here? Featuring all three engine variants, G90 Trents and Pratt & Whitneys. To the subtle environmental layers of cruise. Right, so we can turn cabin chatter on, which is going to be that one. Oh, hold on. Cabin chatter on. Hydraulic pumps off and on. But still heat. I say off was number 2, option 2. Doesn't say what option 2 refers to compared to option 1. Unless it's in a manual somewhere deeper in the root files, not sure. Who knows? What we got going on, that's good. Right, so let's see if we can hear some of this audio. So, cabin chatter. Yeah, I feel rusty today in PS, to be fair. So there's a little bit of like clicking, clacking. Very faint cabin chatter. Carlito's behind, isn't he? this. That's the noise. The rumble, the air compacts and the hydraulics. Not getting much cabin chatter though, unless it's my settings. But then you can't win, because if you turn up character voices and things up, you end up getting the fake air traffic control noise. But I might try that in a second. I always worry about pausing the sim in flight though. Bear with me folks, I'm going to have a quick look at the actual route files. Audio Works 777 Ultimate Sound Set. No, there's no manual. October 2025. Let's go quickly into the cabin volume things and the menu and just see what we get. Hopefully this doesn't interrupt the New Sky stuff. Don't freeze. Ruddy sim. Sound. Headphone simulation off. Loudness limiter off. I mean, I've got character voices set to 0, but that's because I don't want them on. Because a lot of the time that ends up being like air traffic control, doesn't it? So let's have a little look. Is there any particular sounds I should be looking at with that, folks? Because albeit I'm on VATSIM, I have to pretty much change something quick and then get back into the flight. Still not much chatter. Louder environment though. None of that's in a manual. How did you work that out? Massive simulations. Cabin chatter is a Boris feature apparently, Chris. Walk on up. Let's go to... Yeah, look. Now we've got exterior sounds. But if nobody knows that, how can they click that setting? I wonder if now outside's going to be ridiculously noisy. No difference. It's fine. Of course, Discord does mention there is an issue with chatter. Right, fair enough. Again, it's another Discord server that I don't need to join. There's too many. I've got like 60 Discord servers. There's the wind noise. I'm going to take my headset off and just listen for a second. Yeah, it's that slightly higher pitched kind of noise, which I'm getting through this now that we've turned that limiter thing off. It needs to include a PDF, because it's no good saying, oh, you know, you need to join the Discord server to get support. If people don't want to do that, or they don't have Discord, for example, then they need to know how. So I think maybe a PDF document mounted inside the folder structure, with a screenshot of the recommended settings or something like that would be really beneficial, but there isn't any of that in the folder structure. So if you're not in his Discord, you're basically none the wiser, which is a bit of a shame. Because I kind of feel like I'm almost forced to join another Discord server. I've joined it now though, just to have a little look. So, for those of you like myself, if you've got randomly quiet sounds, in msfs 2024, make sure loudness limiter is off. Headphone simulation is off, which is fine because that's what we've done. All volume sliders at 100, excluding other aircraft, voices and music. For the above in 2024, make sure the environmental slider didn't reset to 0, which it seems to do every launch for some people, which is what it's done for me. For some reason it was on 0, even though I'd set it, I think, initially to 50. Thermos1, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Mikael, am I? I can't see you on my TCAS, mate. What altitude are you at? Luke, so headwind A330, go to flightsim.to and you'll be able to basically download whatever liveries you want to have. Flight 360, cool. Alright, let's quickly pause and we're going to go into the sound settings and we're going to try and turn the sliders except for music to 100. It says music and voices, didn't it? I don't want voices on 100. Because isn't that the setting that triggers the autopilot stuff? Announcements. This one, my 2 cents after a short 1 to 2 hour test. I'm a real life airline captain, not on the triple but a lot in the flight deck and business in them. On the 200s the cockpit noise is too high, it's quieter at 300, too high at the 200. The cabin, the view corresponds to business class next to the engine 446 against the wind sound level is too high. What you near behind the wing is much more what you get sitting at business. And there's no passenger chat. So for 2024, headphone simulation off, check. Loudness limiter off, check. All sliders except to music 100. Right, let's 3, 2, 1, go. I don't want voices on 100, I hate that sort of stuff. Sliders except for music. I don't want other aircraft onto like 100 either. That's reset to 0 too. Just volume level of ATC and co-pilot voices. Yeah, see, I don't want that. It's not working anyway, is it, that one? So, sod it. Alright, that's more like it. What do you think to that, Christopher? Oh, Obi-Wan, that's not good. You shouldn't... It's frustrating, right? You shouldn't have to dig through a Discord server to find that information out, because I've purchased the product, installed it, and there's nothing inside the product folders. So I really do think there needs to be a PDF there to point that out to people. Yeah, pretty good. Yes. That's more like it. Neil, welcome. Also, it'd be a bit frustrating if your some of the settings like environmentals in sounds reset to 0 every time. That would be quite annoying, I would imagine. You are missing the shh kind of noise, which you get there. We got somewhere in here, didn't we? Oh well. I turned everything up to 100 except for other aircraft, voices, and music. So you're about 100 nautical miles ahead of me, Cal, still. Yeah, those sounds are a lot better. When we get to Facade, we'll drop back down 100 feet to 38,000 feet. That is more like it at the flight deck. Super Junior, welcome. That's a good question, mate. I mean, all of the 777s are fantastic, to be fair. They're I think, still my solid favourite in the sim. any of the 777s. So it depends on whether or not you like to fly cargo more or passengers more, really. If you like cargo, then obviously the 777 freighter is the one to get. If you like flying self-loading cargo, passengers around, then your best bet is going to be either the 200ER or I suppose you've got the LR or you've got the 300ER. And then it's a question of, do you fly real-world ops? Do you fly with real-world airlines, liveries, so on and so forth? Because then it would steer you in a certain direction to buy a particular aircraft type as well. We can help focus that as well if you want to in the chat. Yeah, I mean the beauty is, with either of them, you can fly as short or as long a trip as you want. Obviously, the only query for yourself would be, are you flying into and out of airports that can handle the 777? Full stop, whether it be the 200 or the 300ER. Although the 300ER is a bit longer. But the 200ER is phenomenally good. They're all fantastic. All of the 777 products in the sim, for me, are my absolute favourite at the moment. Probably closely followed by the iFly 737 MAX 8. Oh, that's a long one, Obi-Wan. I don't really have a favourite in real life. My favourite route would be either Heathrow Tokyo or Heathrow Mauritius. But in the sim, I like to fly out of the UK, so like Heathrow, Gatwick, Birmingham, Manchester, out into the Greek islands. They're my kind of favourites. Routes to choose from, whether that be Skiathos, Kos, Santorini, Mykonos, Rhodes. I like kind of buzzing around all of those little islands, Corfu, Zakynthos, because they're always quite nice and a bit more challenging as well. The good thing with the iFly 737 MAX 8, just in response to your question there in the chat, would be the fact that they are going to update the EFB soon. They've taken everybody's feedback, including mine and yours and everyone else's that said the same thing, and they're redesigning the EFB entirely, apparently. So they're going to make it a whole lot more user friendly, allegedly. So watch this space. Fingers crossed we won't wait too long for it, because it would be a really nice improvement. That's my only thing I can't stand about the iFly 737 MAX 8. Sadly, that awful EFB. I really don't like it. And it doesn't need to be complicated either, does it? Let's face it. It could be just nice and simple and easy to use like this. This is really intuitive. It doesn't look amazing compared to like Phoenix, where they have these beautiful kind of apps with their Airbus products. But it could be like this. This is a really good middle ground, I think, for like a tablet in flight. It does everything you want it to really easily. It's very easy to kind of understand and navigate, and that's more important than how much it can do, I think. And then you look at kind of FS Labs with their Airbus tablet, and it requires a bit more fiddly flicking about different pages, and it's not as neat to look at either compared to Phoenix or PMDG. But yeah, the iFly 737 tablet's just really ruddy bad, isn't it? Any news on the Phoenix Neos? No, none. I think the big release really the next few weeks is going to be the 737NG, isn't it? But no idea what time, when that's going to be released. And I don't know how long it would take for Phoenix to do the Neos. I'm not sure if we're looking like a 1 year turnaround time for those, or we're looking at less. I just realised the aircraft can switch over to a Mac number. I'm going to go to Mach 85 for a minute just to try and get a bit more separation back from when we were pausing and fiddling around with the sound settings. We've got really good separation actually, guys, all the way back as far as Ian, Osprey 2472. Let me show you the train for today. Is it going to be under Valanta? It's not Valanta, it's Elevatex. So, right at the front of the pack, we've got Badger, flying Cathay 919. And then we've got Mikhail flying Thai 459er in the A320. Followed by myself, Thai 629. A little bit of cloud to the north there, looks pretty gnarly. And then we've got G in Osprey 568 Golf in the A350-900. Followed by Carlito behind, Thai 784. In the Boeing 777-200, Cathay 751, 777-300ER as well, which is flying along with us. We've got MPS, Osprey 5908, 777-200, flying along. And then we've got Osprey 6 Yankee Alpha, which is Zato. He's up and away, good effort. And then bringing up the rear in Osprey 2472. They're just kind of reaching outside of some of the airspace at the moment. You can see here, as we get to Assad, kind of then cross into Vietnamese airspace. We'll go back into feet. Dusty says you'll find me east of the Philippines. Flying 777 World Tour Tokyo to Perth. Nice long 10.5 hours, crikey. I mean, east of the Philippines could be literally any of these. I can't see you on here. Unless kind of like down here somewhere. Tokyo to Perth. Ah, gotcha. Osprey 532. Legend. There he is. Right, it's a long old way. feel like next week we're going to have to bank the 777 with the Rolls-Royce Trents for another sound test of this pack, but I feel like there might be 737NG magic. I'd like there to be anyway. J. Russ, buddy, welcome. Built the 777-300ER from PMDG. Good effort. Got to love the large airline, as he says. Absolutely. Yeah, you can't go wrong with it as well. Performance is, I think, given the level of detail for the aeroplane, the best in the sim. Full stop. 777s, most PMDG products, to be fair, are brilliant in performance. And the price points are really good as well, I think, personally. What was the map you just showed, Night Shadow? Says that's ElevateX. It's like a new version of... what do you call it? It's like a competitor to Volanta, but I do think it's a bit better than Volanta. Alright, just go back down. We're going to get off meters. I absolutely love this WinWing Boeing panel. It's absolutely brilliant. I did a review on it the other day, folks, as well, so if you didn't see it, you'll be able to go and have a look on the YouTube channel from last weekend. Took the iFly 737 MAX 8 out for a spin with it, but we're using it with the 777 today and it's working wonderfully. I massively prefer this actually than the Airbus version that they did. I feel like it's a lot more finessed as a product. It looks even more expensive than their Airbus products, but still at an incredible price point. Hergy says, interesting in real life flight, just landed in Bangkok from Sanya Hainan Condor A330-900. Why is it doing that route? It's an interesting one. Is it like a little Fifth Freedom hop? I'm not sure 777 fan. I mean, everything at the minute work-wise is a bit up in the air anyway. I'm not sure if and when they're going to cancel more days off over the weekends. So I'm kind of playing each week as it comes. Although last Saturday I was prepped for another 21-hour shift into Sunday morning, and actually we didn't end up doing that. We did 12 hours, so we got home at a fairly reasonable time, thankfully. But I leave it very kind of last minute these days to work out how we're getting on with stuff. I've got another busy week ahead of me this week. A couple of training courses, got an interview for a role that I've applied for within work, a load of other bits, so maxed out as always. Hopefully the weather holds so I can ride the GS in through the week. But I gave it a good wash the other day because it was absolutely filthy, covered in all sorts of grime. So what's that, like 45 minutes behind us, Ian, I think, maybe? Cheers. I mean, I've got to do some prep for it, really. But I know tomorrow at work I'm going to be way too busy again, so I need to really kind of give myself an hour in the morning to do a bit of prep, or 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon, beyond all of the other bits that I've got thrown at me at the moment. Because it would be quite a cool role to get. Just gone through Dave's head. Missing Broncos v Jets, NFL London. What's on this evening actually? Because there's, you know what's brilliant on a Sunday now? The NFL is on Channel 5 in the UK, which for those of you who don't know, if you're outside the UK, is basically one of our like normal TV channels. So we don't have to pay for any subscriptions or anything else like we do with Sky or. And it's really quite good. I mean, the show itself that they put on is pretty corny, but you watch it for the game really more than anything else, and you cut the noise out from the other end. Dermot O'Leary trying to be cool. QED, good afternoon, welcome, hope you're well. Crikey, in the dream. What's your cruise speed? I've got live weather on, but I'm just going to check. Yeah, live weather, but not real time. I've got ground speed of 506 currently. Yeah, we've been pausing in a few other bits, that doesn't help. So what might it do? Let's crack it up to Mach 87. Oh, nice does too. Silver top? Or have you got something else? I haven't got anything planned myself. It's probably going to be Greek night, so it'll be like chicken wraps, souvlaki sort of thing, chicken gyros, Greek salad with some feta cheese, chips. Probably that kind of vibe, I think, today. I forgot to buy some roast pork or roast chicken for Sunday night. We might have to do that next week. It's quite nice to have a little roast on a Sunday, isn't it? And then typically I'll have a roast, and for lunch at work I'll have a mini roast Monday and Tuesday as well. I'll leave a little bit left over, which is always quite nice. There's a lot of weather ahead. When we get into Bangkok, the weather is actually improved now. It's saying VFR conditions, which is quite nice. But that's the meta in the live chat. Yeah, Channel 5's coverage is pretty cringeworthy, David, but you know, you cut out that bit and you watch the game and it's the same. It's just every time there's a break they cut to Dermot O'Leary that's sat in the studio trying to be really fun and young. When, like you say, it's really cringeworthy. It's not a great watch. But I suppose, yeah, they are trying to create a big show on a rubbish channel, aren't they? Effectively, for those of you who don't know, pretty much nobody really watches Channel 5. It's like the crap TV channel that no one really cares for. And it had, was it Neighbours? For those of you in Australia, remember that? It has like Neighbours and all that sort of stuff still running on it. Typically it's just all the rubbish shows, but Channel 5 have now got the rights to a load of the NFL Sunday shows, which is amazing. And that's where it's quite good. It's almost worth paying for the TV licence again. Because we keep meaning to cancel it every year, we keep forgetting. We think, Jesus, you have to pay a TV licence fee of like 150 quid a year or something just to have a television and watch live shows. And then it goes in the pockets of the BBC to spend on defending legal claims against bullying and harassment from their TV presenters. Neighbours used to be on BBC at prime time, Chris. Wow. I remember the Bill used to be on prime time ITV, 8 to 9 Wednesdays, Thursdays. Was it 7 to 8 or 8 to 9 PM? I forget which precisely, but it was always Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then it's scaled down to just Thursdays, I think. The Bill was wicked. What a show! They need to bring something like that back. What do you mean? You're not a fan of Neighbours? Yeah, that's it. And I'd go to Air Cadets or something like that, and I'd have to record the bill on my VHS so I could come back and watch it another time. Because we had Air Cadets Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I'd always miss the bill on a Thursday. But I'd record it and watch it on a Friday. Delta Tango, good morning to you. Welcome. Foster's is disgusting. I don't even think they have it in Australia, do they? Isn't it 4X? I mean, I'm not a fan of lager anyway, at all, to be honest. Gin and tonic, red wine or Guinness, pretty much all I'll drink. Although Hawkstone Lager is actually, in the summer on a hot day when it's ice cold, really nice. Cool, over Vietnam. Very nice. Monday, Thursday, yeah, that's quite a good way of doing it. I'm sure, was it? I mean, I'm trying to remember now because it was about 15 years ago. It was either maybe it was Mondays and Thursdays. I can't remember. Commentator, that's amazing. I like Hawkstone IPA and lager on tap. Hawkstone Black. That's worth a try for those of you who like Guinness, but it's like a rich Guinness. That's really good. Asahi, yes, Asahi Super Dry. That's always nice. There's two. It's a window into your life. You're a train driver now, anyway. You can afford champagne for a happy beverage now at the end of a shift. Just crack open a quick bottle of Bollinger for an aperitif before my dinner. then you'll do an overtime at quadruple pay for Christmas. But I had babies for a while either. Yeah, ideally not at the same time, though. The Kraken. That's rum, isn't it? I think off the top of my head. Kraken. I'm sure I've seen it like a rum. No, I haven't drunk rum in years, to be fair. This is Sim Update 3 Delta Tango. Pretty good. I've heard Sim Update 4 is very good, and performance-wise, phenomenal improvements from what I've been hearing from people, but I have also heard that it's broke a lot of the aeroplanes. So I'm staying away from Sim Update 4 beta. Are they sticking you on constant night shifts at the minute? It does to you then, because you're like the new guy. There's a guy at work who quit and he went to go and be a train driver. I can't remember what company he went to go and work for. Where does he live? I think it's south. So it might have been Southwest Trains. And they were basically sticking him on the rubbish shift pattern, like doing depot shifts and shunts and things, or nights. I think pretty much similar to what you're doing. But he was asking continuously for changes of shift patterns to balance childcare and a load of other bits. And they were like, yeah, we'll sort it. And like a year later, they still hadn't sorted it, unfortunately. So he's now quit. He's just sort of had enough. And he's coming back to what he did before. Yamato, I don't have X-Plane, so I'm not sure, matey, to be honest. Someone in the live chat might be able to help with that. Obi wants us, how'd you get the A350 to run smooth? I don't know, I mean for me it's, I think my system being quite a powerful system, it helps. Yeah, basically Dusty, when this lad Dom left to go and become a train driver, part of his onboarding, they were like, yeah, we'll get you can work these shifts and your pay rate is going to go up X amount for these dates, and it never materialised that way. So his pay rise was slower than it was meant to be, from what he'd been told early days, allegedly anyway, this is what he says. And the shift pattern he got told he would have actually never was. It wasn't the shift pattern that he was given, and they also changed his depots. The depot that he was joining to be based at, he never actually got based there. He got shipped somewhere else. It looks like they've kind of built the 737NG from the ground up, Hergy, doesn't it, to be honest? It does look really good. The new cabin textures look amazing. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the A340 is very... I was going to say very different. It's not really different. It's not as modern an airliner as the 350, where there's a whole lot of extra digital stuff going on. That's probably where the optimization comes in. Is the 2024 737NG going to be a paid update? I think it was, yes. Can't remember if they've said how much it's going to cost. Let me try and find out on their forums. I can't remember. Changes, though, interestingly, actually, to PMDG, changing the way that their aircraft are compatible with GSX because of a load of ongoing problems with the doors and a few other bits. They haven't said any exact prices or anything yet by the looks of it. Just having a quick flick through. Hergy. Right, how are we getting on? Have we got any ATC at Bangkok? I don't think we do. Oh. Yeah, no, I did see that Microsoft were trying to get people to sign up, those that had PS5, for the beta for the release of PS5. I mean, that's a massive thing, isn't it? Microsoft launching something on Sony's PlayStation. That's crazy. Who'd have thought it? No, I want Navigraph. Robert Rodazzo been quoted in the chat as the upgrade will be the price of a coffee. So we're going to fly in from Ruksa here, this little waypoint there. Probably easier, just big arrow, that'll do. And then 248 degrees to east, which is here. Max 280 knots, out of below flight level 180. Transition altitude here is flight level 130. And then we've got East 1 Charlie, so out via Sovki, Terib, 507, 505, and then joining kind of the extended late downwind, so mum up 501 Esgen to 5,000 feet. And then we have a load of options, so we're expecting runway 19, which is the furthest left-hand side runway out of the 3 options that we have here at Bangkok. And effectively we're going to transition from Letma, which is quite far away from the approach, so we could potentially consider cutting in. So if, for example, yeah, so the approach goes to about there, we can go in and join base leg from Esken, or we could potentially cut in a little bit and join a short final. So we've got some options if we're on Unicom for us to develop some sort of plan of what to do, although that's the wrong airport because I haven't drawn that on there properly. Let me do it again. There, like so. That's a bit better. So that's number 1. There's another option there. If we're going to go really short final, via mum up, but unlikely. So we could go in from 501, turn an early base onto final. And then that will bring us in line with, realistically, probably about here, and that's still like a 14-mile final. And ultimately, as long as we are at Lotmu, which is here, at 2,000 feet, we're good. Or Lavog at 2,500 feet. That's 17 DME. That's a really long, low final approach. Mandatory 1600 at Bravo Sierra 790. And I'll just go for a very basic, like Cat 1 ILS. We'll try and hand fly the thing in. So, decision altitude of 250. Can use the EFIS. Much easier now, it's spring loaded. although this one's quite slow compared to the IFI 737 MAX 8. Departures, arrivals, and it's the Isla Sulu 19 via Letma, East 1 Charlie, transition Ruxa, execute, and then legs, there's East, Escan, then vectors. Do some fixed rings, that's the menu. Lovely job, right. So we're going to go to. Is it going to allow us to do that? Yes, good. So we want 195, 8 miles. Got a back course. 015 4. That'll do us. Extended centre lines. If I set for Escan at 5,000. So we'll go for, I don't know, 210 knots at 5,000. Transition up 130s on there. If you are enjoying today's live stream, as Dusty was suggested, do consider pressing that like button. So it's certainly now, because I'm doing less streams, the algorithm does punish you somewhat, so we end up less visible. And the more likes and things, the better. The runway length going to be 4,000 meters. Wow. I will do auto brake 1 and manual brakes. I've got no idea where we're going to park. So I'm going to have a quick look at today's real life flights. Let's see, 639. We'll look at yesterday's flight rather than. No, that's today. Playback. Okay, so it's right in the far corner. Around. I'm going to mark that on the map actually, so let's put a little red box there. That's pretty much where the real aeroplane parked, and precisely where that is, that stands there, which is going to translate to East 2, East 4, one of those. I'll just pin that as an additional chart. Something around there do us nicely. And then I can go ahead and plan our taxi routing. So it's going to be Bravo. It's the outer lane, so actually I need to come off that one. Charlie 7 Hotel. And Hotel 1 to Tango 13. So I'll do that. That's our taxi route when we land. Unless we get a different thing from an ATC controller. Just resort the heading bug. Estimated landing weight. Yes, we're on VATSIM, so that we're all on kind of a big, realistic network together. Estimated landing weight 207.8. Just go for 208. Flat 31.36. Here's a question for some of you. Those of you in America might actually be into this a bit more, but my Nespresso coffee machine is starting to show signs of a bit of wear and tear, and potentially we'll need to have to replace it in the next year, I reckon. So I'm already starting a load of early research into basically what I'm going to replace it with. Got an Espresso Virtuo, which is very nice, but I'm starting to think actually now I want to be able to make my own espressos and do it a bit more properly. So I'm looking at loads of different machines. I don't know if any of you do proper coffees, and if so, what do you use? What do you recommend? I was looking at the Ninja Cafe Lux Pro, but for the price it looks a bit plastic fantastic and a bit oversimplified. And I'd worry that buying one machine that does it all, if say the tamper broke, the grinder broke, the whole thing needs replacing, which I'm not really a fan of. But I kind of want to get away from pods now, and I want to have a proper coffee, like fresh beans, ground the moment before I actually then use it and pull a coffee through it via a portafilter. I've been looking at the Sage, which for those of you everywhere else in the world is Breville. Interesting view on the other way, snowstorms. We're landing runway 19. Yeah, some people have said that the Sage has got some buggy kind of issues with it. I've been looking at the touchscreen ones, but even though the price tags of those are insane. The Oracle Jet, for example, looks really good, but it's what, £1,500 for a coffee machine, which is just eye-watering. My MCP sticky pads have just fallen off. Bugger. Breville Oracle. Yeah, so there's a new one now. The Oracle's discontinued. They've got an Oracle Jet, and they've now got the Oracle Dual Boiler. But how long does it take? So like in the morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, if I'm up for work, for example, or 5 in the morning, depending on what time I'm starting, how noisy is the grinding? And a bit of a weird question to ask, but yeah, how noisy is that? And also, how long does it take for you to grind your 18 grams of coffee, tamp it, start to pull the espresso, steam the milk, to then put in a flask to take to work. Because my Nespresso pod is just pod in, click, tells me when it's preheated. I microwave a bit of milk so it's hot in my flask, otherwise it gets cold on the motorbike journey. And then just pour it, jobs are good. Breville Barista Express Espresso, which is Sage for those of you in the UK. Because oddly enough, in the UK and some of Europe, Breville don't have the rights to the Breville name, so they call all of their machines Sage. But everywhere else in the world, Sage is Breville. It's very confusing. You might have to share it in Discord, Live the Dream, because I don't think it lets us do links unless you're a mod. I suppose you could probably grind the night before, couldn't you? And then seal it in like a little pot to then use in the morning, so you've done the noisy bit the night before. Hang on, I couldn't work it any other way. Well, I might be in the 737NG next week, the 777 fan. Yeah, I think I just want to get a bit more of a nicer, fresher coffee where I can then kind of enjoy different bags, and it actually therefore then saves us a bit of money as well in the long run. And you've got the DeLonghi grinder as well, Dust, too. Because there's is it the Clumsy Goat in the UK? They're doing a package at the moment where you can buy the grinder and then a boiler next to it, all as like a package. If you pop it in the Discord, Live the Dream. I'm just looking at Durst 2's now. The one you've got, Durst 2, can you steam the milk whilst pulling the coffee? Because the new Sage Oracle Jet has an inbuilt grinder in it as well, which is quite impressive. Well, actually, no, yours does as well. Just noticed. Yeah, because some of the machines you can't steam at the same time. I do like a nice cup of tea, but the problem is if I stick it in my flask and then stick it in my top box on my motorbike or in my rucksack for the ride in, if I'm on the bike, because tea is a bit, I think a little bit, it's less dense, it's more liquidy, it leaks through the seal, like the seals of the flask a little bit, because I use a coffee flask basically, an espresso coffee flask thing. But if I put coffee in it and I heat the milk and the heat, I think it's just slightly thicker drink, so it doesn't leak bizarrely. Unless I'm really throwing the bike around, but I don't ride like that, so. Yeah, I do like my Nespressos, but it's my second or third. In fact, it's my third Nespresso machine. Well, how long is it? For over 6 years, 7-year period? Nice one, I'll have a look. Oh, you got an automatic. I've been looking at these as well because they're quite cool. Someone at work's got a Jura, J-U-R-A, a German company. Looks quite similar actually to that. There's just so many options. Ground's online, brilliant. Right, what we got? Let's see. ETS ground. Yep, good spot. ATIS is just coming online. So, expect ILS Zulu approach runway 19 or RMP approach runway 20 right. Order 5s. Runway conditions wet, wet, wet. Pilot should advise Bangkok approach on initial contact if unable to conduct RMP approach due to operational constraints. 1330Z, wind 180 at 8, visibility 10 kilometers. In rain, cloud few, 2,000 feet, temperature 26, dew point 26, so we should expect a bit of low visibility. QNH 1009er, so we can go and pre-arm that and get that ready to go. And then the rest is about climb out trends, information mic. So we're going to set that and then reset MCP. There is more caffeine in tea. I like a nice coffee. I do like a nice coffee, but I do pretty much smash a load of teas as well. Weird, because it's almost like the time hasn't been progressing forwards, because that's literally the same time I set when I left. I'm going to set 1738. We'll check again in 5 minutes, because now you just mentioned that, Hergy, I set the time earlier to coincide with sunset on arrival, and I just noticed that the time hasn't actually changed, bizarrely, unless I'm tricking my own brain. Well, there's a poll for you, quick poll for those of you watching. Do you want live time on arrival, yes or no? Let us know. 14,253. Gonna go back to VNAV path and VNAV speed. Start to decelerate the jet before we hit top descent. I've set 14,000 just in time for us to get to transition level of flight level 130. Let's get rid of the music now so we can listen to those sounds. Yeah, I do like a nice cup of tea. But a really good coffee going to work in the morning is pretty good. I find it lasts better in the flask as well, otherwise the tea starts to taste a bit stewed. Sim update 3, Hoagie. We now have 14,000. Look at that for colour, that's amazing. There we go, nose down. There we go here. Working on an apple crumble, legend. Love an apple crumble with some good custard. I should have a bit of Earl Grey with a spot of honey in it. How dare you? Earl Grey I can't drink a lot of. I do like it now and again because it's very floral and aromatic, isn't it? But what time did I say it was a second ago when we said it? Oh no, it is moving. Real time. Oh, is that real? That can't be real time. $14.57, $13.57. So that's actually real time there. 57. Interestingly, it didn't change when I selected it. So I need to get rid of some of these panel lights. Glare shield. That's a bit better. Cool, thanks for voting, folks. I clicked live, but it didn't do anything. Oh, yes. Like so. Good spot. Little bit of weather being picked up there on the radar. Pretty much as we start to turn as well. No, cabin lights don't work, annoyingly. As you can see. Been an ongoing issue with the 777 since launch, I think, hasn't it? 16 Kid Guitar, thanks buddy. What was I going to do? I was going to turn the circuit breakers. Dome lights. Overheads. Yes, let's go dark. To be fair, I could probably turn all of this down a wee bit as well. Nighttime approaches in the sim are always so difficult, aren't they? Because you don't get the depth of perception. That's good, that's good. Coolio. Right, where's the Navrad page? 10.5, ESN 1095. Inbound course. Hello Lado, welcome buddy, good to see you again. Ed, good morning to you mate. Here's some more Boris sounds for you folks as we descend. Appreciate it, Delta Tango. Thanks. It's hard because you know I've been out of the game a little bit, I suppose, for a few weeks because I've been mega busy. So it's nice to be back in it. But even with that, I feel rusty at times. Just being on a live stream. Yeah, they are really nice sounds, but I think we had issues at the start where we weren't quite getting the experience we should, that we're getting now, which is quite different because of the sim resetting some of like the environmental noises to 0, for example, and all that sort of stuff. And without a PDF in there, I did say at the start, I said actually no, it wasn't at the start. It was about 30 odd minutes ago. We got the information from somebody via the Discord server, the Boris Audio Works Discord server, which is great because it is there, but it means then you've got to join another Discord server on top of all the other ones you're probably already in. And if you haven't got Discord, then you're not going to get that information unless you get it from somewhere else online. So I think I'd very much like to see a simple PDF just included in the package, like README setup PDF. Here's some recommended settings for you to have a good experience, and then you get this, which is a really nice immersive sound package. Let's get rid of that so we don't get the reflections on the windows. Oh crikey, Delta Tango, busy time ahead indeed for you then. That, can we? There it is, good old map light. This WinWing panel is so good. So just make sure I've got my charts ready to go. East max 280 and or below flight level 180, and then Sovki max 250, and it's going to be around 13,000-ish, so we'll keep it going down to 5. That's like 1,000,000 times easier on the WinWing panel. I should probably do the descent checks as well, because otherwise we'll get the checklist incomplete warning. So recall checks, notes, auto brake. 1. Landing data, minimums, VREFs, QNH of 1009 are all set. And approach brief completed that earlier. Approach will be over to local altimeters, that's going to be automatically completed. Checklists are already done. Focus on the next bit. That. Very cool. Drag required. So I've got the speed brake out, there's no change of buffet noise. Yeah, I can't hear anything. That bit of thunder, lightning that's just gone off over there. That's ominous. Literally, it's literally where we're flying to as well. Brilliant. Right, light signs, seatbelt signs. Let's get the logo light on again as well. Why not? This view, yeah. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? The sounds are definitely better now that we've got the immersion thing dialed up. Drag required again on my FMS. Yeah, there's no difference with the speed brake being extended. You would ordinarily hear like a little bit of a change in noise. But it is a really nice improvement on sounds, isn't it? Welcome to the tail end of the monsoon season in Bangkok. Got that again, another flash of lightning. Yeah, he's very passionate about what he does, Delta Tango. I know. Let's get rid of that. Cancel that warning. Okay, local pressure. High to low, down you go. Bangkok traffic, Thai 629 a heavy, Servo 777-300ER, inbound, passing Sovki, 12,500 feet descending down for the extended downwind leg, East 1 Charlie, arrival, ILS 19, will report downwind, Bangkok. Interestingly, there's a hold there by the looks of it. Is that pre-arm? Whoa! Oh no, that's the missed approach. Disregard that. Just realised the speed's slipping away as well. There's a lot of thunder, lightning. Yes, I know. We get speed intervention here. That's a lot of lightning. Very exciting. We wouldn't have seen that actually if it wasn't for us turning the night time to live time, so big thank you to that. Here's the landing lights are on now, illuminating the cloud in front of us. Here we go. Ominous. We have 230 knots. We go to vertical speed mode. See what 1400 feet per minute gives us. That's Mikhail in front, I think. So 5,000. Whoa, that was right in front of the aeroplane as well. Lot moves at 2,000. It's IMC. A whole lot of red on that weather radar in front of us. I feel very rusty for this. I haven't set up for a Cat 2 ILS either. Is cabin secure? Brilliant. Let's have a load of that wing lighting. What are we flying into? There's a massive storm to the south of Bangkok. It literally was what we're on the edge of at the moment. Okay, so still only got ground. All good. Bangkok traffic Thai 629er heavies at Mumup, joining the extended downwind, descending to 5,000 feet. QH 1009er. That's good, that's good, that's good. A bit more speed brake here. So just I think Mumup's at 220 knots. So we're also going to go. Come on. Flaps 2. Look at that. That's very realistic, isn't it? That looks amazing. Flaps 1 I mean, but I'm going to extend to flaps... Oh, it's flaps 5 next, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. This is what I mean. I think we were in an Airbus the other day as well. Crossing all my wires. Flaps 5. There's the noise. So I'm going to go for 2,500 feet, 800 feet per minute, 210. Yes, yeah, so max 8 actually we were in last time. Letma. $210.
Bangkok traffic, flight 459 Shanghai,
5/15/2025. Heading select. There's one of the guys in front. In fact, there's 2 of them. Peekaboo. Bangkok traffic Thai 629ers turning left base 19er inbound Letma for the ILS 19. Turning into Lavog. (215 degrees). Let's get these noises. They sound great. Speed brake armed.
Traffic, Osprey 98.
Oh, look at that! There's one of the guys. Literally being lit up by the lightning. It's amazing. 19, 20, 21. So we're in 30 degrees. Happy days. Not sure what that aeroplane there is doing. 2,100 feet above. Feel like that's who's that? Graham, is that you? Are you going in front? This is ominous. Or are you taking a different runway? Okay, now he's coloured in. Graham receiving. Cool.
I'll break off from this morning.
It's fine, you crack on. Interestingly enough, my 777 has not intercepted the ILS. I'll do a 360. Yeah, I'll do a right-hand orbit. Probably should be a left-hand orbit, to be honest. So we'll go outbound. (1105) 195 ILS. Very strange. And approach was armed, but I clicked it using the WinWing MCP, not the button on the aeroplane. Maybe that's what the problem was. Oh, Graham's doing. Osprey 568 Golf. If you want to go ahead, then that's fine. I'll slot in behind you. I'm routing back towards Letma.
You're hoping to catch the localizer any second. Now I have to turn back right again to.
Right, let's go again. (090). Okay, so speed 180, 2,500, 5 flap, speed brakes armed.
Osprey 5 16 Golf established possible pleasure for
I don't know why that didn't intercept. It basically just sailed on past the ILS. It's like it's not actually working, because 1105, the ILS frequency there, isn't... isn't active for some reason. I'm not even getting the...
Osprey 568 Golf. At what distance did you capture the localizer?
Yeah, not even capturing that.
About 6 miles. That's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
It's not even active. 1105 is definitely correct. So, right, we're going to have to hand flyer in.
Am I in somebody's way jumping 4 round?
Doesn't want it. Interesting. Bangkok approach, Thai 629 heavies flying division approach, runway 19, so currently 15 track miles to land, number 2. Okay, autopilot off.
Osprey 568 Golf, short final runway.
Corrections.
Bangkok traffic, Thai 784 inbound for G4, so 19. Currently inbound Lima. Bangkok traffic.
Yeah, it's doing all sorts of weird stuff. Check. So it's not working. Get down. About 15. Set speed 160. Let's keep going. More flaps. Hey Boris. Flat 25. Lot move. 2,000 feet. So I'm a little high, but that's fine. Six knot headwind, sorry, crosswind. Whoa, wee, that's amazing. Just going to trick quickly. Look at that. I'm actually going to turn the flight directors off as well, because it's going to get confusing otherwise. What have we got? So, officer 790, mandatory 1,600 feet.
Trucks are running up one way, right. Bangkok traffic.
Bangkok traffic, Thai 629 heavies, short final, runway 19 to land. Yeah, look at this. That massive storm there, look at that rain. Right. Disconnect the auto throttle. Flaps 30 green, gears down in green. My controls. Just have a little quick thing here. Oh yeah, hear that? The little squeak when you put the throttle to idle.
1,000.
Hopefully you could hear that noise, that squeak. Power, pitch and trim.
500.
Mr. Foxtrot reporting 20 left, Bangkok traffic.
Approaching minimums.
Sufficient fuel. I'm ignoring the checklist incomplete because we've done it anyway.
Minimums.
Continue. Your potato Harry, welcome mate.
$100.
Cheeky.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, reverses. Green. Nose wheels down. Just going to quickly go outside. There we go. How's that for a reverses? Noise. Amazing. 35 knots. So what we'll do is we'll vacate onto Bravo and then we'll contact ground. From there we will sort out the aircraft with the sounds, the flap retraction and all that sort of jazz. Landing lights, runway turn off, strobes. Traffic. To be fair, I could probably leave runway turn off lights on for a second. Bangkok traffic, Thai 629 heavies, vacated 19 onto Bravo, changed to ground. 121. Oh, there's an approach controller on. 12175. Just come to a stop here a second. Lovely job. Right, what have we got? Bangkok ground, good evening, Thai 629 heavies vacated off Bravo, request taxi to gates.
Thai 629 good evening, taxi Y, Bravo, Charlie 6, Golf and Tango 8, US band Charlie 10.
The hell is Charlie 10? Oh, thank you. Taxi Bravo, Charlie 6, Golf, Tango 8, stand Charlie 10 for Thai 629 heavy. Okay, so we can fire GSX. One zero. let's get the APU fired up. Let's see if we can hear it from here. Maybe not. Bravo. Can't hear much. Fine. That's an interior sound. What brake disconnected? Weather off. Yeah, not sure what happened there with the ILS. Might just be me being rusty with the 777. Lone Gamer says earlier you were in heading select and VNav and LNav off. I think maybe that's what I didn't capture, but wasn't it. That shouldn't too much be an issue because the LNav and VNav would be like your lateral path, but your localizer and that approach buttons should work independently of that, from what I understand. I might be wrong. But yeah, for example on VATSIM you'll have self vectors, and you would find that you would go from vectors onto... Oh, was that Charlie? Yeah, Charlie 6. God, I almost missed my turn. You get vectors to final, and you'd be in vertical speed mode for the descent, because you're being descended down by ATC, and then from there...
Stand Echo 7.
You'd take it in. So that definitely wasn't part of the problem. It might just be a scenery or nav data problem, I'm not sure. A bit weird. Boris says, what are your verdicts on the sounds? Enjoying them or start including a manual PDF at some point in the installation? Yeah, that'd be quite a nice little feature to have, I think. It would certainly help people out, like myself. Because I didn't know anything about the environmental sound, for example, resetting to 0. Between me being in the sim yesterday, setting up for today and tomorrow, so it's that was only because someone else saw it inside your Discord server. So little tips and tricks like that would be really handy to have been able to have in a manual, just like a little one-page PDF perhaps, something simple in the package. Yeah, I think actually quite nice. What I might do is just come to a stop here, go for 50%. Yeah, I mean that's phenomenal. Come on. Yeah, really good. Reversers. Yeah, we're getting some weird behaviours in the sim at the moment, Anjanea. off. Oh, runway turn off lights. I knew I didn't turn those off. Silly me. Taxi lights on, strobes off. That's all good. We don't need wing lights. APU's on.
Okay, 751 taxi, Y Bravo, Charlie 6 Golf and Tango 11 just
Can you guys hear the little squeaky throttle noise when you move it to idle?
Bravo, both Tango 11 and 7349. This is fun.
Charlie 10. Or hopefully I'll try and make it a bit louder in a second if I can. But I'm just going closer to it. Might not work, it might. That was a really tight turn for this 777-300ER, wasn't it? I don't think I'm going to be able to get this quite centre. That's well and truly blown that. We'll stick with GSX. There, GSX is doing some weird stuff as well these days.
Thai 401 and Delta 6 request FRTN to Singapore for further information.
Right.
Thai 41 good evening.
Let me mute this ATC controller. Hear that? Very cool. It's like there's like a throttle, what do you call it? Like a little tighty, springy thingy. Dun dun dun, that's good, that's all set, APU's on. I want that view. And yeah, some of the scenery is really struggling these days in the sim, isn't it? There's some weird stuff. And that view. So that view is 8. Turn off. It did. Just spinning this way. Yeah, there's not been a GSX for a while. There's also a thing with PMDG where they're removing the compatibility with GSX because of ongoing problems with GSX. This is the other thing now. Look how loud the aircraft are around us. It kind of washes out the sounds. Lovely. Kind of hear it. Beacon off, that'll do. That's good. So we go chocks, hand ops, set chocks. Boarding. No, actually, yeah, so I think from what I understand they've been trying to sorted it out for some time. Just to go through this very briefly before we go much further. Sound. So in MSFS 2020, I've turned character voices to 0 because I hate the automatic ATC, and I find that always kicks in when that's on 100 or anything other than 0. So I'm not sure what the best answer to that is, unless there's a different setting for the ATC. Aircraft miscellaneous. Realistically, I only want no more than 25. Oh no, actually, hold on. Other aircraft. 10? I mean, 15 was pretty loud. Music, get rid of 0. What we play, voice chat, 0. I had that on 0 before, so some of these have definitely reset themselves since the last reboot of my sim. Aircraft mist is half of the systems, don't turn that all the way to 25. See. Yeah, so that's what we're going to go with. And we should be able to walk through. And you can hear the air conditioning packed, which is quite nice. Brilliant. GSX doing GSX things. I thought, what's going on? Where's the jetway? Brilliant. We have floaty people again. There we go. Magic. There we go. We'll look on this side of the airplane. Oh dear. Right. There we go. So yeah, I mean, at the start of the flight today, we had everything kind of turned down. Environmentals was on 0 still for some reason because it reset itself from what I'd had it set to yesterday, which is what it's now back set to. And then it was only because somebody pointed out in the live chat about the recommended tips and tricks that we've managed to kind of work all of that out. So we've got there in the end with the settings, managed to get that sorted in cruise. Otherwise, if you don't do that, folks, you'll end up with that 10,000 feet kind of thing, like somebody just turns the volume dial down as you cross that 10,000 feet thing. Yeah, otherwise, amazing sounds. I'm looking forward to checking out the Rolls-Royce Trents with their amazing toga sounds. But for me, the G90s with the startup noise is quite pivotal. That's what I really wanted to hear the most. They were quite cool. So even in our bogus settings where the sim had reset some of the bits itself, even with those settings, the startup sounds in this was phenomenally nice. So yeah, really good. Am I glad I purchased it? I think so, because ultimately the 777 for me is my favourite aeroplane in the sim at this point in time. I think it is best value for quality and performance. It does everything really amazingly well, and I think for what you pay, you get an amazing package. There is still that little question mark of PMDG's soundscape rework that's going on in the background. Nobody knows what that's going to actually sound like until we get it. But I think for £15 this offers quite good value. Certainly if you use the 777 a lot, like I like to do, then yeah, it's absolutely worth it. But as always, just let us know what you think. So even in the comments section, if you're watching this after the live stream, let us know how you're getting on with it, what you think. Down in the comments section below. It is linked in the description for today as well, so if you do want to get your hands on it, yeah, there it is. So below the today we immerse ourselves ... bit, the next paragraph is the direct link to the Boris sound pack for the 777 ultimate package via Orbex. Yeah, pretty impressive. Looking forward to checking out the rest of the sounds in due course, but either next week we'll be in the 777 again, maybe the 200 for some Rolls-Royce Trent goodness, or we'll be in the 737NG series if that is out by then, but we'll have to wait and see how things progress through the week ahead. Night Shadow says, what location would you recommend as your first flight in the 777? That's a very good question, mate. It depends on what scenery you have. You've probably got a load of American scenery, right? Because I think you're US based, so I'm thinking San Francisco to Vancouver, or Vancouver to San Francisco. That'd probably be quite nice one for you. But yeah, hit like, hit subscribe if you've not done so already, and I hope wherever you are in the world you enjoy the rest of the weekend. GSX is doing GSX things, Yamato. That's why that's happening. But yeah, ignoring the people floating in the middle of the air. Yeah, liking the new sounds, and hope you guys have a fantastic week ahead. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care.